Barbara Allan here. I am back to talk about kefir. I am the author of the book Conquering Arthritis. It has been the #1 best-selling arthritis book on Amazon.com for 7 years running now. The reason I want to talk about kefir is it's a really convenient way to make probiotic cultures at home. And the basic culture I'm going to pull out is it's called a grain. Mine looks kind of like a gelatinous blob, and if I were to rinse it off, it would look more gelatinous. Right now it looks a little bit white because of the milk that's clinging to it. And I used to make yogurt for my probiotics. I made it at home. What I make now is kefir because it's so much easier. All I need to do is put the grain, the culture in a jar, and then I just pour milk in. I don't have to heat it up. I don't have to keep it at a special temperature. I just have the jar sitting loosely covered on my kitchen counter for a day or two, and then it makes kefir. And if you want to make curds and whey, just let it go a little bit longer. You can see the liquid and the solids will separate. And here's what the solids look like, very much like cottage cheese, and then you can use that as a cheese as you like. So you don't have to worry if you have sensitivities to things that are normally put in cheeses. If you're just starting with the milk and the kefir culture, then you can totally control what goes into your cheese. Plus it's got good probiotics in it as well. But what I also like about the kefir culture is, although it's traditionally used to grow dairy, you can also grow very good probiotics on other sources. So in the last video I talked about making probiotics. Here I put in a little bit of brine from making sauerkraut, and then it has really good lactobacillus in here. You could also just juice some citrus, like a lemon, orange or a tangerine, something with a little bit of sweetness, and put the kefir culture in and let it go for a few days, and then you'll have a really nice probiotic culture that tastes pleasant to drink there too. Here I actually did that. I juiced several tangerines, and then I poured in the whey from when I was making this jar of kefir, and it's fermented about a day and a half, and it's got a very nice, almost banana flavor now. So it's an extremely pleasant drink. It would be like a high-end resort sort of drink. This tastes a little bit different. It's got some salt, and the bacteria are a little bit different from when I use the sauerkraut culture. But it's still very nice. So you could use the kefir culture with apple juice. You can also use it with coconut milk. So you could just open up a can of coconut milk and put that in. You can experiment with all sorts of, you could also experiment with nut milks. If you can have something like almond milk or soy milk. The kefir culture is very robust. It's got hundreds and hundreds of different types of bacteria and microorganisms, so it's very, very healthy. It will help reseed your gut in a very good way. So if you have a problem with dairy, there's still lots of alternative probiotics that you can make at home very cheaply, and they're gourmet foods, so you're not missing out or having to deprive yourself. You're actually creating something that is very pleasant to eat. So again, the reason you want to do this is that often rheumatoid arthritis and other inflammatory conditions like osteoarthritis and other forms of, there are hundreds of forms of arthritis. What triggers it is some sort of stress that messes up the gut bacteria. And if you make sure that you're having probiotics every day, then you're keeping your bacteria healthy no matter what kind of stress you're under, and that helps regulate your immune system away from inflammation. So it's often a very, very important part of recovering from any kind of inflammatory disease. Again, this is Barbara Allan, author of Conquering Arthritis, and I invite you to check out my website, conqueringarthritis.com, for more information on how to make your own probiotics.